Hello everyone. Welcome back to the C Word Podcast with Jake, Rissa, and Nick. That's me.
Episode 3.
Yeah, it's episode 3. Today we're going to be talking about Mariana Trench, a little ocean stuff, a little ocean conspiracies. Let's get into it. Who's going first?
It says right here that the depth of the Mariana Trench makes it one of the deadliest places on the planet, and the temperature is below 0 degrees Celsius and 8 tons per square inch increases with depth. That's like hard to understand.
Definitely.
That's crazy.
It's definitely out of this world for us because we never even experienced something like that.
Never.
It
Never
said,
would, never
oh
will.
my gosh, any air-filled crevice of the human body would collapse in the blink of an eye under this pressure. Lungs filled with air would collapse and the bones would crush. Holy crap.
You
I
wouldn't
heard
want to sink down in that area of the ocean. You know that the trench
It's
itself
impossible.
is 2,000 kilometers long and nearly 69 kilometers wide. That's like,
I don't know.
Yeah, I saw some videos on it, and they said like if the human body went down there, our bodies would literally like just rip apart, or like dissolve, cause not rip apart, like we would just like basically like cease to exist, cause there's all the pressure down there. It would just kill us instantly, and then crush our bones and everything. It's like
It said that it took 4 hours and 47 minutes for the submarine to reach the bottom. And then they saw something outside
oh yeah,
saying that they had seen a fish.
human can never be down
Yeah.
there. A lot of
Flattened fish.
They did see
extracurricular species.
Oh, it says for years many marine biologists rejected the claim, saying it was impossible for a fish to exist under such high pressure. But they
that's
stood
funny.
firm on their statement.
The goblin shark.
yeah, there was in the video, the submarine, there is footage of fish on the bottom of the Mariana Trench, like little flat fish.
Yeah, the flatfish. Yeah.
And then there's another one. There's fish that don't have bones. They're just like if they don't have bones. They're just fish like that. It's a certain kind of fish that's like down in the Mariana.
With fillet.
I don't know. It's not fillet. I don't know I forget what it was called, but it's like weird. It's like this weird kind of fish. It like doesn't have a face.
Pollution level in the Mariana Trench was more than heavily industrialized regions nearby, so it's like really affected by pollution. So that's probably like mutating the fish down there.
Oh.
Yeah, they all have like
radioactive.
Yeah, they're probably like filled with oil and have 3 eyes.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, and it would be hard to get to stuff down there, you know what I mean? If it's getting polluted in the Mariana Trench,
Well, they can't get down there at all. They'd have to send a machine. Like, no matter what, no person will ever be able to get down there. Because if you think about it, with all of the militaries and all of the countries, it would have happened by now. Somebody would have conquered the ocean.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone wants to.
Yeah, honestly, thinking about what's down there, I wouldn't really want to either.
It's literally a suicide mission.
I don't understand how, like, that's on Earth and it could just, like, collapse your bones. It just doesn't. And that's not even, like, a conspiracy. That's, like, factual evidence. The conspiracy is that monsters live down there. And, like, weird things that we've never discovered. And that there's a reason why all these countries haven't tried to discover the ocean. Because they probably do know what's down there. They just don't want us to know.
Ooh.
How about this one though? Kind of going off of that, it was like this sub story in the video I watched in the Mariana. But it was like this weird history channel, Ancient Aliens type stuff on Netflix. You ever seen that show?
No, I have not.
Ancient Aliens. It's literally just called Ancient Aliens.
On Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And what they were talking about, like, an alien species living underwater in the Mariana.
They probably do. I mean, it's the inside of the earth.
Yeah, a little alien tribe just living underwater. Like,
You want to know what's weird? That is the deepest part of the Earth's crust ever, like the Mariana Trench, how, if we've never like dug down deeper than that, like how do we know? I mean, I know we know what's on the inside, like the molten core and like whatever, but like
How?
I don't know. Unless I see it for my eyes, it's kind of hard to believe in my head.
But
Because I just can't comprehend it.
Has anybody seen it?
I don't know.
Think about it.
Oh yeah.
No one has been to the core of the earth, Jake. They haven't been past the mantle.
Not with your own eyes.
But how would they be able to get?
Not even with the machine.
Or how would they even know?
So, what's below the trench is unknown. And what's in the trench is also unknown.
Because it's below sea level.
No, anything underwater is below sea level. Oh my god.
The Japanese went down there with a sub and got a little sample of the ground and all the little life in there, like the little life in the
It picks
in the
up
dirt.
like a little ecosystem.
Little sample. Well, it's not like an ecosystem. It's like there's some life in the dirt and there's also like. They said there's okay. They said like on the bottom of the trench, there's like this weird substance on the ground. So there's the sand, and on top of the sand there's something weird on top of that. It's like this weird like
some bacteria.
yeah. It's like I don't know. They described it as like a jelly substance, and it's just like on top of the
Out
sand.
of this world.
Out of
Weird.
this world. And then
I wonder why it's not on the rest of the ocean floor.
Right, 'cause it's so close to the core right now.
Bruh.
Anyway, it was
seeping out.
well, the Japanese got a sample of that when they're on their trip down with the submarine.
Yeah, what'd they do with it?
I don't know. They
They're
put
down
it in
there?
a museum or something. Well, in a submarine.
Floating
No,
They can't
it
go
was a
down
machine.
there, they'll die.
in a submarine.
Well,
You can't even go down there inside a submarine. Because
You said the
no.
Japs were in there.
No, okay, first of all, that's
The Japs
racist
sent
as
it.
hell to even say that. So now you just sound stupid in the podcast.
We're gonna make it edited.
No, you're not going to make an edit. You're just going to continue sounding stupid because you don't know how to make an edit. The thing is that they send a machine down that doesn't have people in it. It's like remote activated.
It's like a
And it
drone.
takes pictures. Yeah, if they weren't, you cannot get a real submarine with you down there. In
I
there.
was expecting like a big
No.
missile submarine trying to
No.
drive down the
Oh,
trench.
definitely no. That wouldn't make it. That would not.
Then banging the wall and stuff.
No.
Wait, let me see this. I'm gonna look up submarine trip down the Mariana.
Let's see what you see. Do we have any other interesting points to hit?
Alright, how about this? So, you ever heard of, well, obviously, Antarctica. Okay, you know how, okay, we'll go, there's all this stuff, global warming, and it all, you think it doesn't involve the ocean, but it definitely 100% does.
Global warming 100% involves the ocean. No one ever said that it didn't, but I 100% believe you.
Okay.
All the
Just
pollution
stick with
in the
me.
oil is definitely affects it for sure.
Just stick with me though. So, you're saying Antarctica's melting?
Yes.
Well, you ever seen Godzilla? No, I'm playing. I'm just playing. I'm waiting for this thing to load. I was just making something up real quick while we have. No, but in the movie Godzilla, he was like frozen in the ice at Antarctica, and then
Bring him back.
global warming brought him back.
Really?
Mhm.
That was the story?
Well, something brought him back.
Oh.
I thought he was in the lab in Hong Kong.
No, he was in the.
No, that's
well,
COVID.
No. No.
That's a good one. No, okay. I'm not sure if it was the first one or anything. But it was, I don't know which one it was. It was one of the Godzillas, though. He was like frozen in the ice. And then there was, it may have been the last one, because there's like 3 different. This isn't loading. Anyway, but I saw the video, though, on YouTube. I put it on the dump for us all. And I think they did say the guy went down there. I'm not sure though, because a certain guy was like talking about it, and then he was like, I went down there in the submarine.
Maybe then. I don't know. I thought it was like impossible.
Well, definitely without a submarine, you're gonna die. But
You can't go to the bottom of the swimming pool at Squaw Creek without.
without your ears
dying,
popping
yeah.
and your head
You should know that, Nick. Don't make you train down there.
Yeah. Well, I actually like live down there in the bottom of the pool at Squaw Creek, so I'm cool. I have my own like house down there.
Oh, maybe next week we could do alligators in the New York sewers.
We could.
Maybe since you live at the bottom of the pool.
We'll talk about
you
something
get
like that.
familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
until I got some experience with that.
In the
too.
sewage.
We'll talk about how the New York citizens be flushing baby alligators down the toilet.
Okay, thanks for listening to the C Word podcast. Until next week.